Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Oxygen Not Included. A load of them rushing off to the toilets. We're going to need to build more toilets. We're going to need to build better beds and things like that. Alright, they're going to need improvements all the way round. Go on, build this pipe back in. Go on, build the pipe. You, Nicola. Right, what is wrong with you? Contact with allergic reaction germs. Why are you taking water out and then chucking it on the floor? This seems to be a repeating habit amongst all of our duplicants here. They're taking water from here and then throwing it straight down there. So I've got over a ton of water just sat there that I will never be able to reach. And this makes no sense to me. What makes no sense is that they're even able to do it. That they're even able to drop it in through the pitcher pump. That bit I just don't get. Why is that an option? It shouldn't be an option. I don't like it. It makes my it makes my upside down frown stay upside turn upside down. Does that make any sense? Makes me frown, basically. Long story short. Right, well, never mind any of that. Let's go up here and have a look. So we're generating a massive amount of heat in here, which in turn is meaning that that's good. Like, yeah, let's go in here and have a look. So the temperature of the water coming in is 38 degrees right there. It's 24 degrees as it runs out there, and then it goes through here, and it's 10 degrees as it goes out there. I'm wondering if this is acting to cool what's in the tank at all as it runs through the next stage of the system. So that's coming through there at 10 degrees. It's 10 under there. It's already warming up as it runs through that. Which is not ideal. We don't really want it doing that. So I think what I need to do is I need to bring that pipe straight down over here so that it stays away from this bit of really high temperature. I also want load more snow up here, so I'm going to go through. We're going to have to do a bit of digging, I think. What's going on there? Oh, it's just slowed down, that's all. Right. Yeah, so I'm already heating it up by quite a considerable margin just by running the pipe out of there. So I think I need to bring this pipe out in a different direction. So we'll bring it over here. I'll run up there like that, and then we'll go over here. And take it to there, and then we will go base, tile, 1, 2, 3, 4 in here. I'll run a bit of tile there. Cancel that. I'm just gonna do a line of base in here. So I got a gap of 3 in there so that they can reach the top, and then I've got a decent gap in here as well. I will do that and remove all of that bit in there. And I will also dig out that and go to the base over here and put this in this way. I'm going to put that one all the way out over there so that this water stays over this way. I want that. I want all the water, and I want it to come back in this direction. I want it to keep heading down over here to go into our water tank rather than going anywhere else. So then I want to go like that and dig out that bit. And then I've got pipes that are going to be going through, digging up that bit. I can then go into their tile and put that bit in there. So I've got a whole load of digging work. We've got some more digging work over there. That's going to go through quite well and quite quickly. So then I can go to plumbing, liquid over here, and bring that pipe up. You know what? Actually, I want to cancel the pipe I won't cancel that bit of pipe. And then I want to remove that bit of pipe. And all I actually want to do is I want to go to liquid pipe here. I want to bring that liquid pipe all the way over to that point there. Do that. That one will run down there. And that's it. There's only... No, there's 3 bits that we drop down. There. So we got the 3 parts that we drop down, like that. You're digging through here, and then we can go and put the rest of the pipe in through here, and then we'll be able to join up the rest, so that the temperature does change ever so slightly. I want to dig that one off. And I want to dig that line of those off. That one I'm not going to be able to reach. But I can dig that one off, and I can reach it. The only way I'm going to reach any more than that... Like, if I could go up and drop some of this snow... That would be quite good, because then I can get enough water in here that we can really start generating heat from this, and that's going to boil off and, like, warm up this entire area anyway. At least that's what I'm hoping for. So if I was to go with a bit of ladder up here, maybe. Let's do it like this. Must be built in an unoccupied space. I can go sideways with the ladder. Or I just have to do it with mesh tiles. Let's do some mesh tiles. Let's bring the mesh tile along over to there, like that. And then go with a ladder from here. Put that up. And a ladder from there, I think. That should allow me to just dig out a little bit of snow. That's what I'd like to do, is I want to dig out a little bit of snow. If I can dig that one out up there, that will all fall down anyway. And then I can dig out those bits, that one, and that one. And the rest of it is snow, so that will fall down anyway. I can dig out that bit, and that bit, and that bit there. That's granite right in there, so I'm not going to worry about that. And then those bits of snow up there, they should all fall down. And that's going to, like, fill this bit up. Now, I can always remove a bit more of this later. See how we get on with that. We'll see. I won't worry about it at the moment. But I've now got a nice little piece going on over that side. And this is slowing down, actually, down here, which is not quite so good. I've got so much water. I really have a phenomenal amount of water in here. We could do with turning you on a minute. Enable that building. I just want to drain this out. Like, we've got quite a bit in here. So drain that out, and that's going to just allow a little bit more water coming in through there if we have a look at this. There we go, look at that. That's going to pump that into there, and it's just going to put a little bit more into our wastewater system over this side. Which is, it's a good thing. That's what we want. We want to get rid of some of this. We want to, we don't want to get rid. We want to get rid of some of that over into here so that it cleans it up a bit. Right. Now, how are we doing over here? Now that I've got my cleaning system going, there's 23,000, 20,000. That's better. Still 34 in there, but this is getting better. And I've now should only have clean water running in here. That's instantly changed to 60,000. 70. Why is it pulling it all down there, though? This is what I don't understand here. Something strange going on. There's something strange in the neighborhood here. There is definitely something strange in the neighborhood, and I really do not understand what this strangeness is. Why that is running so much with really filthy water in there like that. It's something definitely weird. This I like. This one is emitting steam, 6.1 kilos, at 110 degrees, 216 seconds every 562, active... 75 cycles every 150. Next dormancy in 73 cycles. Thereabouts. temperature overlay. So it's really going to whack a heat out over here, which in turn is going to spread more heat over that side. This is just hot water raining down here at a continual pace. Right? That is just going to be hot water pouring down here. There's a load of heat down here that is already starting to generate quite a lot of heat, actually. So we might want to extend our heating / cooling system to also take care of this heat in here, especially considering the issue that we've got with this hot water now coming down here. That in there is alright. That's 12 degrees in there. Look at all this. Look at the water that is just gushing down through here. And then we got the water up in here. They're all working hard. They're doing an absolutely brilliant job. All of the duplicants, they're working really hard on everything, and it is doing well. And we're keeping a constant supply of water pouring into the base. So this comes out of here. Where does it go from there? It goes out of there, and it goes straight through this. That's the sieve. From the sieve, it goes this way, up there, and then I loop it back round. Now, unfortunately, though, that's no good. I'm already running hot water. That water there is already quite high temperature before it gets into this bit and then runs up there. That's at 36. That's getting much hotter now, because of the steam vent coming down through, which means that we're going to need to be relying on this a lot more. Okay, I've gone and delivered everything up there. I need to now change the pipes around under here. That's going to be my next task. We will drop that one, that one, that one, connect that one, and then I want to go through, remove that bit over to there. You and you as well. Right. So now the water will run down this lower pipe. And it won't go along that top pipe for very long. And I've got a lot of water up here. We've got a lot of ice that is melting up here. At the moment, a lot of it is draining down onto here, which is absolutely fine. It can drain down onto there. That is not going to cause us any problems. It might cause the rest of this entire area a whole host of problems, but for us personally, it's really not. What's the rest of that done? I've just gone and uncovered everything. Plumbing. Okay, this is good. We can now have a look in here. So I've got the thermo sensor over here. The water coming through is 16. See, it's now traveling down through that one instead of through this one over here. 6.4 degrees there. It's 17.5 running through there. So it's just changing over. So it's swapping through them quite nicely, and it's getting the right temperatures in there. Temperature overlay in here. We've got a big pocket of heat right there, and then we've obviously got this massive pocket of heat over here. So, cooling. Again, with the cooling, everything else at the moment I'm happy with, and it's working. This is slow, admittedly, but I'm reasonably confident that this system is going to eventually play out. I'm confident that eventually this system that I've got here is going to work. I don't like how much water is being dropped down here. This is causing me a slight cause for concern. Causing me a cause for concern? It is just causing me concern. I think what we'll do is we will do this. We will simply remove the wall in there. I haven't got anything under there, have I? No, I haven't. Right, that's good. Alright, we'll remove the wall from there. Because I don't think it's going to make a lot of difference. And instead, we'll put that in. So, they'll come back over in a minute and they'll start feeding this in. We've got igneous rock being delivered, picked up, being delivered. If you guys could go in, you've got water being done over there. They're jumping through. We've got the ladder being put down to there. And I'll put the ladder to that point. And now I've got water down here. So they'll probably go in and they will use that to start with. But then I kind of need them to be a bit cleaner. And I'm wondering about that. You know, that they're able to now step into my water tank. And this isn't a good thing, is it? We don't want them getting into the water tank. So now I'm curious what to do about this. Whether I should move that bit out and move the manual airlock over a little bit. But how can I clean the duplicates off? Like, make them clean themselves off. I'm not sure about that. Although the food poisoning here, that's high over that side. Enabled by the automation grid. Germ, ventilation, germ overlay. Right. It's definitely coming from water that is over this side. If I look here, contents. There's no germs on the contents of that pipe. This one is 0 surface. Not giving me any. I'm not getting a lot of information about that. Temperature is the most important thing, and that water now at 35 degrees means that I definitely need to rethink and possibly once again rebuild the entire. Well, no, I don't need to rebuild the entire system. I've got to rebuild part of the system. I've got the water coming in here. Right, this is definitely heating it up. I mean, I've got the ice right there, and that is very quickly melting, which means it's going to fill up this pool a bit. And I've got the snow there, which is also very quickly warming up. 5 kilos of snow. I got this snow over this side. I got stuff that's being dug over here. That's got to be sort of put in, changed around, moved. That'll all be absolutely fine. Which is doing what I wanted originally and filling up this pool with water. That was my original idea. How are you an unreachable dig? You're not. It makes no sense at all. You've got the ladder. That's not an unreachable dig, is it? I don't know. Alright, well, I'll leave it for a second and then I'll let them maybe come up through and do something. They are working on that up there. I know that we're having to swim quite a lot in order to be able to get through here. Which is probably not the most helpful thing for everything going on. You know what? I've completely forgot. I started building this, and I completely forgot. I'm going to have to wire all of that in. That is on my to-do list. That is definitely on my to-do list. That is something that we need to go and do. I've got more printables in here. 20,000, 18,000 in there. 10,000, 12. The germs are reducing in here. Now they're going to put that ladder in there. That seems to have made a difference. Quite understand why, but it has. Oh, if that's what's working, that's what's working. You're coming in, so what are you doing? You're picking up the stuff from down here now. Rather than pumping more through. I wonder if maybe the pitcher pump. No surface germs. Thermal. No, it's not under there. Status. Just liquid water available. It's not giving me any details about whether it's infected with a load of germs. But the germs definitely seem to be reducing. I mean, it's sort of pulling in through. The only other thing that I can think of doing here is maybe putting in an extra airlock. Whether that would help or not, I don't really know on that one. Let's have a look what we got. Use blueprint. Fried mushrooms. Alright. Okay, I'll take up on some of those. Yeah, okay, this is good. I wanted this. I wanted them to just go through and finish doing their little bit up here. I'm getting more water into this one down here. They're building everything up there. Temperature overlay. We're absolutely frying stuff down here now. Which is not ideal. But it is working at least. Liquid pipe contains 44 degrees. So I'm using all three of these. And they are throwing out a lot of high temperature. And then I've also got this, which is absolutely slamming out a load of high temperatures. 98 degrees over there, which is insanely hot. Fortunately, we can bypass that bit. But at the same time, I don't know what it's doing with the wire. Is it damaging the wire? Properties over here. Thermal conductivity, specific heat, temperature. Melting point 1500. Status. Seems to be alright. Right. That seems to be alright. Oh, wait. There was a... What was that with the temperature overlay? Thermal tolerance. State change. Thermal tolerance. Oh. Wow. Okay. Most of my base thermal tolerance. Body heat retention. Comfort zone. Body heat loss. Right. Well, that's all body heat loss up here, but not a great deal. In here, it's pretty much the comfortable zone. Down here, not the comfortable zone. Got a lot of overheating areas. Right. So, yes, I need to re-examine my cooling system and how we're going to do this. I need to re-examine where it's being pulled from and where it's going to. So that's my next big project, is I've got to basically redesign the pipework in here to better fit cooling so that we're also cooling this area over here. So the cooling's going to have to come from there. It's going to have to come straight down here, loop round. How am I going to even do this? Genuinely not sure at the moment. Because I've got to have the high temperature water from down here. I've got to have low... I think it's time to put a separate loop in for cooling. Which means I'm going to need to get brine, preferably. So I'm going to have to find a supply of brine that I've got salt water there. Right, we've got this salt water there. The properties of salt water, freeze point is -7 degrees. So that, like, the freeze point of that is way lower than what the other stuff. Polluted water, properties of that, freeze point is -20.6. So if I could get some pure polluted water into a system like there, I've got polluted water in there. Maybe this is what I should do. I go mining for a bit of polluted water. Like, we've got several supplies of polluted water. I got loads of it over here. This is mixed. That's no good to us. So we want just to get polluted water. Pure polluted water. And I want to pipe that. I want to get that into a system of pipes. And then I got to run it round. And then this system down here, I don't know. I'm going to have to think about this. So I'm going to wrap up my recording for a second now. And then as soon as I come back, will have given me a bit of time to think about how best to go sort of approach keeping our water supply cool and also cooling the base at the same time. Alright. I have given things some careful consideration and sort of looked up a little bit at like a few things about how I could possibly make this work to the absolute best of our ability and really tried to get to grips with what I can do to make this the bestest possible thing ever. Right? And that's what I'd like to do. I'd like to make this work out really well. I have sort of been told that if I was to use polluted water as the coolant for the base, that does tend to work better. However, I kind of like this system that I've got at the moment, where I'm just, all the water is one big system, so it's all being cleaned and pulled round and so on. It does limit it a little bit more to what we could potentially do, but we've also got these temperature sensors on it, which I think is going to help things out as well. So what I'd like to do is, I want water to go up here. I want it to be cooled down. I want it to be brought down this way once it's cool. Run through this bit in here. And then from there, I want it to go over here and run up through this lot. And then I want it to get to here. And then I want it to go away again with it being nice and cool. So I'm also going to want the cooled water going this way through the rest of the base. So we're going to need to, like, get both of these things up and running. So I've got the plumbed water right here. I got the warm water there. And then I've got this water coming over that way that will run through the whole of the rest of the base. And yeah. How am I going to do this so that I can, like, use up both types of water and do stuff with them? Well, there's a couple of different ways that I can do this. Like, I've got that set on one way. That'll all run into here. So, kind of what I was thinking was that I bring the water down here, and it comes out that way. This is heading down. Actually, no, that's where it's heading down. It's coming down that way, and it's running down here, and it's going off that way. So what I'd really like it to do is I'd like it to split here and go two ways. Because if you have a look right here, if we go to the temperature overlay on that one right there, actually, I don't want the temperature overlay at all. Contents of the water there, contents of that pipe are 3.5 degrees. That's lovely and cool. That is absolutely perfect. That is 7 degrees in air. This here is coming up at 46 degrees. It's fairly toasty. So we want to be able to use the water to cool everything down. We don't, but I can't, like, do it on one cycle. I need to split the cycle, and I have some of it going one way and some of it going another way. This here is, at the moment, where the cool water is running. It's going down through there. So what I'm also going to do is I want to take another pipe from here. I want to split that one off. That's the first thing that we're going to do. And we're going to take that pipe, and that's going to run straight down here, beside this ladder, and that's going to go all the way down here like this. There. Now, where do I want to go? There's another thing that I want to do down here, though. I've got water that's coming in here, so I want to mop that bit up, and I want to get rid of that. And then I would like to change this around a little bit. I actually want to just put an overlap on here. I'd like to just overlap that ever so slightly, so that the water comes out this way a little bit further and drops down and doesn't just dribble down onto this bit. Possibly the best way to do that would simply be just to remove here. Rather than taking anything else out, if I just remove that one, it should... Well, unfortunately, that's all we've got time for a little while. We need to let the replicants rest. So if you've enjoyed this episode, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And I am just going to drag out this farewell just a tiny little bit, just so that there is enough space and time on the screen to put up a couple lots of you absolutely wonderful supporters of the channel. You should be seeing some of your names coming up now. So until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.